What up, guys? I told you I was going to post a video about Sonic earlier. So I'm going to start from the beginning. If I've ever helped you, loaned you money, gave you rides, a place to sleep, post this on your Facebook. Let people know what kind of people run the Sonic in Middleton. Let's see. I'm not going to name out names. I will name out Jacob's name. It was nice to help you with your DUI, rush you to the emergency room, clean up all the glass and all that, and then you do me like this. And you did this to me for a man who propositioned your sister for sex. The stripper or the sister that's a stripper. I had the documents. I couldn't get them printed off tonight. I do have your 2010 co-op to prove to the newspaper that you embezzled money from the co-op and piggybacked off a church. I have the letterhead created like it was Ashbury Church, and you sent it into the co-op. That's going to make a real good story that the richest family in Madison had to steal money and piggyback it off of Ashbury Church. And y'all can call that slander, but I have the proof for it, so it's not slander. Tell your attorney I said hi. Detective Hazelo, or whatever your name is, hello to you too, because I know you're watching this. So let's start from the beginning. Everybody that doesn't know what happened, I came down, had a family emergency, came down to Georgia. Everything was fine. Sandy was fine. Paul was fine. Talking nice to me, emails and everything. I catch wind of an email where they're basically talking about screwing me for my $50,000, which, by the way, I didn't ask you for. You conned me into staying. I told you I wanted to leave. You conned me into staying. I should have left when Brad left. When you screwed your best friend for a desk and a secretary, I should have knew I was going to get fucked. But we'll bypass that. We'll get to that story later. So then I find this email basically talking about how y'all are accusing me of this and that. And apparently y'all say y'all have been investigating me since September, but August 1st you signed a contract begging me to stay because, hell, you couldn't even pass the Sonic classes to run the store. So I stayed. Look what happened. I got screwed for my money. Imagine that. But that's not important. You can take that $50,000 and burn it for all I really give a damn. But then you want to start playing with my life. So now I'm going to play with your life. It doesn't take too much work to discover who runs a whorehouse in Prague. Sorry, Mr. Zimbrick, to bring you in it, but your best friend screwed me, so now I'm going to bring everybody in it. Also, it doesn't take too much work to get proof and show where Paul likes to fly and spend his vacations at the whorehouse. Oh, and sorry, John Fisher, I'm going to bring you in it too, the $300,000 you invested from the accountant in Middleton. Yeah, I know about that too. Rich Gross, I want to say hi to you. The guy who says he can't be an agent, he can't get involved. I called you. You're supposed to be my friend. I mean, I can play the recordings. I have the recordings. I'm going to start releasing one each week with a video. We'll play it for you right now, mastering it down so it's loud enough that you can hear it on Facebook and YouTube. The proof that you ran your mouth, the proof that you ran your mouth about Paul, the proof that you ran your mouth about Brad, the proof that Paul ran his mouth, and Paul also, all those derogatory comments you made about employees. Yeah, I got that too. Even about that one employee that you snowplowed his car in because it was broke down and he couldn't move it. So I tell you what, here's how we're going to do this. This is just part one. Everybody's been asking for the video all day. I just want to post it, get it up there. Tomorrow will be my second segment. I'll post the pictures of Jacob's DUI, where he put his face through his windshield. And don't worry, Jacob, they know about it. I hooked you up, bud. I'll also post all the fraud that Sonic's committed since I've worked for him. I will also start posting once a day after tomorrow. Now, keep track with me. I know y'all's lives are difficult when you sit back and screw people. Each day I'm going to post a recording. It's either going to be Paul or Rich or Sandy. And by the way, Sandy, that was very nice how you had me arrested. Played me in the front like that and then sent me to my house to be arrested. Also, the text messages I showed you about stuff where you could find evidence that somebody had sent me, you called, and I do have the statements for this too. You called and you told Paul and you told Jacob. Now, that's tampering with evidence there. I think that's illegal. Kind of like we go back to the fraud that you committed with the Sonic Co-op. That's illegal too. Since y'all wanted to try and play with my life and play with my parole and have me arrested. Been investigated, what, we're going on 6 weeks now? Y'all got concrete evidence, but yet No charges. Imagine that. But y'all can keep sending emails telling my parole officer I left state, telling my parole officer this and that, telling y'all scared of me, yada, yada, yada. But yet, no charges. I even spoke to your detective. No charges. Where they at? Where's your proof? It basically boils down to I'm on parole, so it was easy to screw me. I could run the company for 2 years while Sandy, all you did was check bills, and Paul, you've been on vacation for 2 years, let's be honest. The most you've ever done for that store is you ran traffic for, what, a week? That's about it. So starting tomorrow, I just posted this so everybody will know. I want you, if you was ever my friend and I looked out for you when this company was screwing you over, if I looked out for you when Jacob and these other people were screwing you over, post this on your page. If you're scared to lose your job, I'm sorry. But if you was my friend and I've ever looked out for you and you know who you are, you know the people that came to me each week borrowing $25 here, $50 here, asking for rides here, asking for special days off, asking for raises, the ones I helped out, you know, I'm not talking about you, Jacob. We won't mention paying your rent for you, loaning your broke-ass money because when your brother come in town, you couldn't even afford to go out with him. We're not going to talk about none of that. We're not going to talk about how you bum money off of me each week. We're not going to talk about who paid for your birthday parties. We're not going to talk about who let you crash at the crib, paid for your cab rides home, or you will. I'm not going to speak on you either. I wouldn't want y'all to take this and run to the police as it's a threat. Because it's not a threat. I'm just calling y'all out and being real about it. Y'all lived off me and sponged off me. If it wasn't for me, you'd have never survived. But then y'all turn around, and now it's going to, let's play Brandon to the left. Let's get Will on salary. Let's accuse Brandon of stealing and all this. $15,000? Really? If I stole $15,000, do you really think I'd be mad? Do you really think I'd be upset? I mean, really, $15,000? You've been investigating me since September? That's funny. Because in August, I got 2 letters of recommendation. One from Paul and one from Sandy. And then in October, a $50,000 contract. We're not going to mention, I will be releasing these letters all to the newspaper as well, since y'all like to play games. Along with your fraud. I don't want you to forget about the fraud, because it's coming. All the recordings of Paul. I even got a couple girls that wrote statements that even say you propositioned them for sex. You know who they are, Paul. So starting tomorrow, like I said, each week, since y'all want to play with my life, I'm going to play with y'all's. The only difference is I have concrete evidence. What y'all claim is evidence, and y'all claim y'all can prove, y'all ain't proved nothing yet. That's why I'm not in jail. All y'all did is want to see if y'all could get me violated on parole, set in jail long enough for you to sell the store. Just like you've sold everybody else out that worked from this company and built this company. Neither one of y'all ever did a thing for this company. You sat back and you sponged off of it and ran it into the ground. That's why you want to sell it, Paul. Rich. Oh, Rich. I got some recordings of you too, bud. Don't you worry. And I promise you when this story comes out, your name is going to be in it because I told you about the fraud and you didn't do nothing about it. So I'm going to make sure that I let people know how you're not an agent and you don't play the sides. It's not your responsibility. You're just a marketing rep. If I have to flatline the Sonic name in Wisconsin, that's what I got to do. I'm sorry. These people felt like they had to destroy my life over $50,000. Why didn't you just tell me you didn't want to pay me the money? That's all you had to say. I'm not going to pay you the money. That'd have been the end of the story. You didn't have to go and destroy my life like, wow, what was that other guy's name? What is Brad? Oh, that's right, your best friend. Even the guy that saved you from getting the hell beat out of you downtown when you got jumped. You destroyed his life, and he had a baby on the way. Wow. The only reason I ever stuck around is because I was stuck. I had nowhere to go, and you knew that. You knew I was on parole. You knew I was stuck in Wisconsin. When I found out about the email, everything was cool until I called y'all. Then it was time to set me up and get me out of the way, and that's the reason y'all pulled that bullshit and had me arrested. But that's okay, because I have proof and I have statements of y'all tampering with evidence. I know that when I shot those text messages as an email, they got forwarded to Jacob. I know everything. So I tell you what, starting tomorrow, I want everybody to post this on your Facebook now. I'm going to be posting it on Sonic's Facebook, so Will, you keep an eye out. I don't care if I got to create 15 accounts. I'm going to post this on as many people's sites, Sonic sites, whatever I can post it on to let people know. Rich Gross and the Fauci family and Sandy are all crooks. Y'all are crooks. Plain and simple. 2 years. 2 years of my life I wasted running your company while you were going on fishing trips, overseas to whorehouses, everything. 2 years. And you destroyed my life just like you did your best friend. And Rich Gross, I called you like a friend. You played me to the left. If you don't think you did, listen to the recordings when I start releasing all these meetings and these recordings, conversations we had. Even to the point where you told me to sue Paul. You told me I held all the cards, that I controlled it. If you don't remember the conversation, I'll refresh your memory, especially when I play the recording. I'll type down at the bottom where we were sitting. We were standing right at the desk. You were sitting at my desk, and I was standing on the left side of it. You remember the conversation. I'm holding all the cards, that I am getting screwed. You'll go talk to them for me if I wanted you to. Yeah, right. And then I get out of jail, and I call you, and I ask you what's going on. You hang the phone up, and you call them and tell them I'm out of jail. What do? They call and try and have me put back in jail with no proof. All these people want is me out of the way, but it's not going to happen. Madison Times has a story. It's supposed to be running. Then I'm going to start calling every other news and press media and releasing it to them. I'm going to make a video and shoot it out to them. I hope they play it on the news. So I'm going to say bye for now, everybody. That's my video. Guys from Middleton, Madison, you know I've always looked out for y'all. You know I looked out for you the whole time this company was screwing you over. Jacob, even you. Boy, there's a special spot reserved in hell for you, I know. You can dodge all the lies, do everything you want. There is a special spot in hell reserved for you. Y'all go ahead and post this. Tell everybody I said hi. No, sorry for the people that are calling me, wanting to hang out, looking for me. I've been advised by my attorneys not to socialize with anybody until everything's freed up. Don't worry, though. I will be suing y'all's asses. I promise you that. I will sue your ass. Rich, I can't do much to you, can't sue you, but all the recordings and everything, I'm releasing that to Sonic Corporate, and I'm releasing that to the newspaper. The Midwest Director. Don't worry, I'm going to let people know what kind of snake you are. Until then, guys, until tomorrow, I'll holler at you.